So here we are. Hi, Custard. Thank you so much for joining us. And Animal. Thank you, Animal, for your time. And we are going to do a Happy New Year's video. Wait a minute. Oh my goodness, where I'm trying to bribe them with treats. Because Animal's like really good with this, but something's going on outside and I don't know what. So I'm trying to keep them to stay so we could do this video. But we just want to say Happy New Year to everyone who watches us. I know it's almost been 2 months since I posted the video Early Morning Alarm Regrets. And that was just like, that's how it is most mornings when we wake up. That is if Custard's on the bed. Usually Custard likes to go and sleep in that stupid little Halloween themed cat bed that's like black with an orange cushion inside and it's got bat wings on it. And I think devil horns. I don't know. That was just some random thing that I saw at the grocery store. And so I picked it up. I'm thinking, oh, well, you know, Custard might like it because Animal always steals her cat bed on the couch, which is clearly pink. And she got that, I think she got that for her 4-month birthday. We actually took her to the pet store and she picked that one out. So, Custard, I can't see Animal. Thank you. So, but you know, it's been a really good year. Well, we welcomed Custard into our house, Animal and I, back on the 9th of April. She was just over 7 weeks old, almost 8 weeks. So she was still a baby. She was absolutely tiny. I remember she did fit in my hand. And compared to Animal, she was so big. We're now, well, she's almost 11 months old. So her birthday was February 12th. So she'll be 11 months old in less than 2 weeks. So her birthday is coming and we're very excited. Animal's birthday is first in January and then Custard. And I ordered her first birthday present yesterday, which I got that off Etsy, and that is a cartouche with her name written in hieroglyphics and a picture of Sekhmet next to it, because I really regret not changing her name earlier to Sekhmet, because I think most of the pictures I see, like, you know, fan art or some of the ancient Egyptian stuff, she looks very similar. She's got a very, very beautiful cat face, which I don't think I've ever seen a cat with such detail like Custard has. I mean, Animal is absolutely gorgeous, don't get me wrong, but Custard, she's just a little bit different. I think it's her eyes and, you know, her beautiful ear hair, which I sometimes forget is there when I'm petting them. They still want treats and for the attack. But you know, a lot of people are like, you know, if you have 2 cats, you know, or more, and I don't know if I could do 3. I grew up with 5 cats in my house by the time I was 11 years old, and that was actually wonderful. It was great times. There was just, no matter where you went, there was someone there. There was someone that loved you, and you know, I grew up where it snows, and you know, I'm gonna say we live in Australia. And so it doesn't snow here, and of course you probably noticed the windows are open and things like that, and wearing shorts. So it is summertime here at the moment, and I've been here for 22 years, and I can tell you that Christmas in the middle of summertime still doesn't feel right, but it works because it's usually cloudy or rainy on Christmas Day. So you know, you don't really get too much heat, but it did get pretty warm this year. And it was great going back to work. So, because I got to have the air conditioning. We turned on the air conditioner the day after Christmas. It was pretty hot. So, but, oh, look at him. He is so gorgeous. But as I was saying, you know, a lot of people are like, having more than 1 cat is absolutely wonderful. But the thing is, oh, Custard, Animal is really, he is absolutely gorgeous. Just look how he's sitting. He's an absolutely gorgeous cat, and I would never do anything to hurt him or make him sad because he's just so tender. He doesn't attack, he doesn't growl, he doesn't bite. If he scratches, it's by accident because I've probably scared him. Or, you know, he's got cuddled a little bit too long, which sometimes he doesn't like being picked up because, as you can tell, he's a little bit chunky. He does like his food, but Custard likes food more. She actually eats more than he does, and I don't know how she stays so small. But I wanted to make him happy, and I felt bad. I was going to work, and, you know, my last job, it would take me sometimes, you know, 2 hours to get home in the afternoon once, like, the whole, you know, coronavirus lockdown thing got lifted. And I felt really bad because sometimes I'd get home and it would be late, and I'd get home and it was like, oh my God, Animal. And it'd be like, oh, it's dinner time and then time for a shower and bed. And I didn't really have any time to play with him. And so we found Custard, and she's another rescue cat. Animal's a rescue cat who we did get the backstory for. He was found in a park. In the toilet block, he was in the roof and very scared. And I don't think they found any of his other family members. So I think he got left behind because he is a little bit special. He doesn't meow. He's got polyps, so he breathes a little bit loud. He does snore, and if he's not there on the bed, I can't sleep because I'm so used to hearing him breathing while I'm trying to sleep. So he may have gotten left behind. I was told he was going to be a runt, and well, I guess he grew out of that because he's huge now. He's quite a big cat. He is 7.6 kilos. So I'd say that's probably going to be close to 15 pounds or so, more than 15 pounds. So we'll just say that he's a big one. And Custard is, I think she's almost 3 kilos, and she's almost the same size he is. It's just don't let that fur fool you, huh? So, but adopting Custard was probably one of the best things that we did. I mean, the first day, Animal was asleep on the couch in his little spot, and he's like, what is this? So the first day, Animal was hissing, and then the next day, Custard was hissing, and the next day was Monday. I had to go to work, and I got home, and she had a little playpen up until after she got desexed at 4 months. So she was in the playpen for about 2 months while I was at work. And then all of a sudden, it's just, you know, by the Monday, by the time I got home, they were cuddling, and, you know, Animal was giving her baths and things like that. So it did not take them long at all to get used to each other. And I only had to segregate Custard, you know, in her little pen. Like, I didn't have to put her in a different room, which I'm really glad that happened, because I knew Animal was going to accept her. I knew he was just going to be like, okay, what is this? But the only downside is, oh, hello. Hi. The only downside is Animal is going to be 8 years old next month, where Custard's only going to be 1 year old in February. So there is a big age difference. And, you know, looking back now and reading up on it, it's probably best for a cat who's a bit older, like technically Animal's in his senior years now. It is a better idea to get a cat, you know, that's closer to the age of the one that's already living there. So getting a kitten probably wasn't the best idea, but somehow it's worked out. They're absolutely inseparable. Yes. And he looks after her so well. Like, if I do something wrong, or if she gets annoyed at me, like, because I'm not letting her outside, and she does tell me, he will come running from anywhere in the house. He'll come running, and he's like, what's going on? And I remember the first time I tried to give her a bath, she was squealing so much. He came running out, and he started to attack my ankles. Like, he full on, like, was like claws out and everything. So it was really good to see. So I know if anything ever happens to Custard, like if we go to the backyard and anything ever happens, Animal's going to be there. Yes, he will. He'll be there, and he's going to look after her 100%, and I'm really happy with that. And that is so special. So if you can, you know, afford and give the opportunity to have another cat in the house, and you've only got one, I would definitely recommend it. Because, I mean, not that Animal ever gets angry or annoyed with me, But if one you want to cuddle with doesn't want to, Custard, the other one will always be there. So, and it's true. The first cat that got adopted is always down to earth and calm and, you know, quiet. And the second cat is always out of control and, you know, sometimes needy. Not that Custard's really needy. I'm pretty sure she can take care of herself. She caught, I don't know how, she caught a cockroach the other morning as I was getting ready for work. And Animal was just watching her and he was like, wow. And every time he got too close, she'd pick it up and yuck, put it in her mouth and like take it away. And then of course, whenever I finally got a hold of it, she would knock it out of my hand. So we did this a few times, Animal and me trying to get it away from her. And I'm like, gross, Custard. But cats just don't care. That's the thing. They just don't care. So this was a little kind of backstory about Custard and Animal. I honestly have not lived with a kitten since I was 9 years old. I remember my sister and I think I was in the 4th grade, so I was getting off the school bus for elementary school, and my sister was on the school bus from the middle school and the high school, and so she came a little bit after me, and I remember getting off the bus, and my dad was waiting outside. And so I'm like, hey, Dad, what's up? And he's like, don't go into this bush. We had this bush beside our garage. And he's like, don't look in this bush. There's a kitten in there, and I don't want to have anything to do with it. And then my dad went to work. And sure enough, me being 9 years old and seeing a really cute kitten in there, yep, guess what? The kitten came into the house, and she was a tabby, kind of like how Animal looks, but she was a light gray tabby. And she had white paws. Her name was Asphalt because I don't remember which leg it was. But her leg, Custard, excuse me, it had a big like rip from the foot up to where the ankle connects. Oh, Custard. That's rude, honey. And so we named her Custard, not Custard, Asphalt, because we thought maybe someone threw her out of a car. Because, how else would that have happened? But she healed up really well. And she was my cat. And then, of course, the next summer, one of my dad's, someone he used to work with, a coworker, her cats had kittens, and my sister picked one up, and his name was Oatmeal because he was a yellow cat, and he was gorgeous. So Asphalt and Oatmeal, they got along really well. But so that was, my second kitten, and ever since then, I have not lived with a kitten. So having Custard as a little, 7-week-old baby was a lot of fun. It was challenging. Yes, it was a lot of fun, but I just wish that I was able to take some time off work or something, especially after she got desexed. That would have been great, but she did really well. Like, she healed up quickly, wasn't angry. We had to put the stupid Elizabethan collar on her, and I hated it. I think I just put it on her on the way home and then left it on for a bit, had a shower, and then I'm like, you know what? No. And she was really good. She didn't lick, so she listens really well. She's very intelligent, aren't you? Just like her big brother Animal. He's so smart, and he has such good taste in music. We're still going through all the Supertramp songs. We have found so many good ones. That's the problem. It takes forever because you find one, and we just play it all the time. So his favorite right now is the song called The Meaning by Supertramp. So yes, we're slowly getting through them. But again, this was kind of like if anyone wanted a Q&A or what are these people? What do they do? Where are they? Yeah, so kind of know now. And I love these guys very much. No. Animal's lived with me since he was 10 months old, so I actually have a picture here from the first time we took him to the park, my friend Alex and I. So there he is as a little baby, supposedly the runt. And we've taken Custard to the park a few times, but yes. Every time we take her, she always wants to climb the nearest tree and attack the treats bag. So we'll leave it at that. Happy New Year, everybody. Hopefully everyone stays safe. All of your dreams come true. Make those resolutions, because, you know, you've got to have something in life to live for. And I can tell you one thing, these guys are mine. And she's going to get in that bag if I leave her for too long. So thank you, Custard. You're always the star. Thank you, Animal. Really appreciate it. Bye. Take care, everybody.